Chris and I are on the finance committee, so we got asked to come up here and share with you, and you know, not to beat around the bush, but we have to look at a budget, and we have to look at these great things that Alan's going to tell us about that we want to do, and we have to try to figure out how that's all going to happen. You know, really all of us came to this church because we decided we wanted to go to a small country church. Our reasons vary. Lori and I spent our first 9 years of our life looking for a church. We went to all kinds of different churches. She was raised Catholic, I was Episcopal, and we went to a bunch of different churches, and nothing just quite felt right. I think we decided we were going to move to Brock, and my parents had become Baptists, so we said, well, let's go check out the local Baptist church. Sometimes with kids and stuff, you can run a little bit late. We knew the Baptist service started at 10:45, and we walked in over there, and shoot, things hadn't gotten started yet. You know? Well, they're late a little bit too, and we sat down. I mean, the nicest people, everyone's shaking our hands, and you know, they had some place to take Bree back there for the nursery, and we just thought, oh, this is pretty cool. We met Alan, and he was an Aggie, and just didn't realize he was our preacher till he got up there and started preaching, but cool. And then we sat down and we opened up a little service guide here, and we looked at each other. We're at the Methodist church. And you know, we never thought about being Methodist. The only time we ever went to Methodist church was for the junior high dance in Kerrville when we were growing up. You know, we didn't know anything about being Methodist, and you know, I mean, we kind of got back in our car and we said, "Do you mind being Methodist?" We quit church shopping right there. I mean, that was it. You know, we were very inspired. Something about a small country church, something about a leader like Alan that motivates us and that you know, tells us how Christ wants us to live our lives. And you know, we look at this church and it's a place where we see opportunities that we can step up and that we can change our community. It's just, we've never been this excited about going to church in our lives. We really haven't. But, you know, what comes with all the positive of a small church, you know, if you contrast that to a big church, I mean, a lot of times we've been to big churches and, you know, if we didn't show up, they didn't miss us. If we didn't go to Sunday school, they didn't miss us. If we didn't put a collection in, they didn't miss us. You know, so those things you kind of get lost, another face in the crowd. When you join a small church like this, we have to realize that it's such a great thing to be recognized and to be able to play an integral part. But you know, your contributions need to be consistent. And you know, when there's only 220 of us, we have to all step up in our way and do it week in and week out. And one thing that Lori and I found out is that, you know, during the summers and sometimes with family, we would miss church. And we really worked to try to set a budget for our offering. And by doing that, we kind of worked around and we're continue to mold our budget to give more of God's money back to Him. But we figured when we missed, we didn't give. And probably like most of you, whenever you came to church the next time, you didn't double up to make up for those times that you were gone. So one thing that we said, how can we be more consistent, is that we actually set up a bill pay, just like we do our online bills for our utilities, our mortgage, everything that's a reoccurring bill for us, Lori does on the computer. And so we just added Rock United Methodist Church as a bill pay. And so every week our offering gets sent in. It doesn't matter if we're in town or out of town. But I want to challenge you, offer that to you. There's all kinds of new things that we can do with the computer age and with our finances to set a better budget and to consistently contribute. When we're trying to make these budgets as a finance committee, we have to try to anticipate what our families are going to give. And if you can give consistently about what you've already agreed to budget, I think that would help us out a long way in reaching our mission. Are there any non-Aggies in here? Okay. We got a thing in Aggie Land. It's called a 2%. And
That's me.
A 2%, right? So a 2%er is the people who go to A&M to get a degree. That's right. And all they want is a degree. They want to go there 4 years, get their degree, and they're out of there. No traditions, no contributions. This church is our little Aggie Land, and I'm sorry you Red Raiders and everything else. But we have to not allow any 2%ers. If you're going to come here, you're going to get Christ's degree every Sunday, every Monday, every day of the week. Then you have to be one that participates. We've got a great yell leader, okay? We've got a great couple more for our kids. You know, we have to get behind these people and we have to support them in what we have all agreed to do by our prayers, our presence, our gifts, and that's money that we agreed to give, our service and our witness, and that in everything God may be glorified through Jesus Christ. And so I challenge you all not to be 2%ers, make a budget, and contribute consistently to your church.